Alright, what's up everyone? How are you doing? We got the Diablo Spotlight starting in 38 minutes. This is not gonna be just about D4. It's gonna be kind of about everything. Like Diablo Immortal, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, and of course Diablo 4. This is not a stream, by the way, this is a premiere. So it means everything is pre-recorded, and even the one on Twitch should just be them streaming there, but it should be pre-recorded. So yeah. Anyway, it's actually I'm not logged in because I'm on a different browser. Let me actually get we get some music beforehand though. Yeah, I'll be waiting on the Twitch side. I don't know how, but one of my tabs, the one that I had all the streaming stuff, just kind of closed itself one day. And now I have to figure out where it is. There. There we go. Need to set everything up as well. Let me temporarily put it like over there, you know. While we wait. I don't believe the event is in already, is it? Like the one from the New Year's event. I don't think that one is in yet, right? Me open another browser source here. Oops, not the browser source, not that one. It's just a window capture. I normally don't stream at this hour. I was actually surprised it was this late. Where's window capture? There we go. Because this one's just a general one, I guess. The one that they think they're gonna have on the Discord tomorrow, it's gonna be at the usual hour. But yeah, this one, just a bit of a weird one. We hear banana. Batman. Is this the correct one? No, this is not the correct one. Oh, the one I want to use is not showing up actually. Wait a second. Oh, there we go. It was just doing its thing. There we go. Whoop. Let me move this down in the priority. There we go. Now I can have both of them. Nice. We see what people are talking about on the Reddit here. People are already talking about the warlock. We have not gotten a confirmation on like what the class is gonna be. Like it might be an oracle, it might be like we don't have a confirmation on what the class is. We just kind of know what the vibe is gonna be. It's looking more towards Warlock. Damn, voice crack there. The more you know. Four, yeah. People are okay. Okay, this guy is full on copium. GTA is gonna be released because of Diablo. Uh, the ratio, though. Okay, some people are excited, some people are delusional. You know, it's quite a close thing. You know, delusional and excitement. Oh yeah, let me pull the YouTube chat over here. Live chat. There we go. Now I have the YouTube chat. Why is it not, wait a second. I don't know what happened, but like half of my setup just kind of, just kind of stopped working the last 5 days. Will I stream the event? The event is normally short, right? Because like this event just came in, like it's not really in their control. It's just kind of when the New Year's kind of land. But this event kind of really late into the season. I'm not sure if a lot of people will actually mess around with it. Oh, how to be the body type? the people. I have a KDA Secret Labs share. The shares are very good. Back when I bought them, they were expensive, but not too expensive. Now they just feel way too expensive, but hi. Unlucky. Yes, legend. Yen's blessing. Too long. Oh god, that's a very cool amulet. Yeah. Oh, this is the what we're watching right now on the top left. We ordered this by Alt, maybe? Maybe that's better. They didn't confirm if you're gonna find out in the new class here. They did hint at talking about the skill tree and all of that. They didn't mention the class at all. Like, let me pull this up actually. I think I have a link somewhere here for the short. Yeah, I have it on the Diablo server. I think I pinned it. Did I not? Huh. I could swear I had pinned it. Diablo channel. I think it was a post here. You will not have sound on with this browser. I don't have this browser broadcasting, but yeah, that's one over here. Where is it? There we go. Like, this is probably gonna be the seasonal thing. This thing down here is probably gonna be the seasonal mechanic. This is some sort of cube, much like the Ragic one. It doesn't have to be that one, but it's a cube. We might be able to do some interesting stuff there. And this is hinting at the whole skill tree kind of rework. Like, look at this. You have the same thing here as the Paladin had, right? Paladin also has 3 specializations. Oh, we don't have the initial passive though. Oh. Interesting. And then you have passives on the side as well. Look at this. You have the initial skill, then you can split the skill into 3 different things. And you have 4 different passives for each skill, and you can take all of them apparently. This one, maybe you can only take one. You only see it taking one here, but here you see 2 passives being taken. So this might be a big fundamental rework to the game. We'll see. We'll see how that ends up going. We'll probably find out a lot. Again, they will probably talk about all of these 3 things on the live stream. Almost for sure. We'll probably start with, if I had to guess, we'll start with D2, Diablo Immortal in the middle, and D4 at the end. I'm not sure if D3 is gonna get anything. But yeah. If I had to guess, that's gonna be kind of the order. D2 Remastered is surprisingly quite popular. I don't know if you guys seen it. Okay, Woody is back to D4. Yeah, Macrobible is still on this one. It's mostly people waiting for a news, I guess. I mean, not all of them. These 2 are. This one is not. And still big numbers. Huh. I think they had a new season-ish some time ago. Like some days ago, I believe, or something like that. Yeah. What about D3? Yeah, right. What about D3? Diablo 3. What about D3? Oh, no. No, yeah, this is what I mean, right? Because the thing with D3 is that I feel like a lot of people converted from D3 to D4. But not the same for D2 to D3, I guess. I mean, granted, this is not too real because there's no new season going on. So, yeah. D4 is doing better. Granted. Which makes sense, it is the newest game. What I'm really excited to see is what they will do. Like, the Orator Crew is gonna be cool. Then you see, this is almost for sure just seasonal, if I had to guess. It might not be, it might be what's inside the cube, maybe. But the skill tree rework is what I'm excited to learn about. Because that's probably gonna fundamentally change the game in a big way. So, you know, could be cool. Hopefully it's they've done like big testing, because this is not something that you can undo. So hopefully it's like it looks really cool. Like, and if Paladin is anything to go by, the way the passives like worked on Paladin, I prefer them a lot more than the ones we have currently in the game for other classes. It literally made some skills literally got different interactions altogether from those passives. Which kind of seems like what they're going for. The big one, the big three there, are kind of like big passives that are fundamentally going to change the skill, right? And then the smaller thing are just like buffs to the skill, but maybe not as like transformative to the skill, you know? Yeah, guesswork. We'll find out soon, TM, in like 20 minutes or so. What's up, Kat? Thanks for the sub. 10 months. Hey. One month old baby. How are you doing? Are you excited for the reveal? Yeah. Soon a year. This is all we know about D4 one. What's gonna be revealed? A bunch of stuff on D4 right now. We don't know exactly what. On D4, likely new skill, new cube, and whatever this is. Probably we'll learn about the new class as well. But they're also going to talk about stuff for D2, if I'm not mistaken, and Immortal at the very least. I don't know if D3 is included. Before Summit the Paladin. It might be Kanai's cube, it might be some other cube. It's not necessarily the one we have in D3. But, you know, something like, probably something related to crafting gear, if I had to guess. This thing down here, likely some sort of seasonal mechanic, if they are gonna have one. And yeah, new skill tree revamp, basically. Gives as well as the pets and didn't want any of it. Fair enough. I still have not touched WoW, I really need to. Maybe after the reveal, while we wait for the new season, I might. They have not confirmed that. People are hoping they do. Consider they accidentally left the artwork for the new class in the PTR. Quote unquote accidentally. You know? I'm doing air quotes, you just can't see them. So, you know, likely. Okay. Nice. People were talking about the Warlock for D4. That's the talk here on the... Yeah, look at this. People are talking about Warlock for the next class. We'll see. I do believe it's gonna be related to the Triune. Is that the word? The Diablo Triune? Yeah, Triune. Like the cult that worships the three primevals. I will not be surprised if it's in some way related to the Triune, so Warlock would fit. But yeah, we'll see. Are there warlocks in the... Okay. People are I didn't know the name was. I don't know if this is correct. This is correct, by the way. This image was quote unquote data mined. They just left it on the PTR in a really accessible place, so I don't think it was data mined. They just kind of did a tease. But yeah, I don't think the Warlock name itself was data mined. The Paladin one was. I don't believe the Warlock one was. Because, like, the Warlock is not in Season 12. Unless they shadow drop another class. Elite. Just broken gear. But the Paladin was data mined because they introduced it in Season 11. Unless the Warlock is dropping in Season 12, this is just wrong. Like, I've not heard anything about it being data mined. I've heard about people talking about it because it looks like a Warlock in a way. But yeah, I don't believe it was data mined because it shouldn't be in Season 12. So yeah, it would be very weird if they just shadow drop a Warlock into Season 12, considering it's gonna be a 1 month and half, 1 month and 2 weeks season. It would be very weird. But yeah, I don't think there's any actual Warlock in the Diablos 4 lore, is it? In the Diablos lore, not just Diablo 4. I don't believe there's a Warlock yet. Paladin was already in the. I mean, to be fair, there was not a Spirit Porn either, right? I guess there are Priests of the Triune, which would maybe. Yeah. Priests of the Triune would maybe be a Warlock. I mean, this is the new class. This one right here. This was on the PTR alongside Paladin. That's the thing you see here. Right? This is the Paladin. This was on the PTR. So this is likely the new class. What this is classified as? Yeah. This is the new class. Now, is it a Warlock? Maybe. This can fit the Warlock. Kind of. I wouldn't say a Warlock would use a big ass sword like this. Like a dagger, maybe a big ass sword. It's a bit weird, but who knows? No, we don't know the name. I believe this information here is wrong. They're saying the Warlock was data mined in Season 12. This was not even a data mine, by the way. This was just, you opened the PTR, you created a new character. This was there. This was not data mined. This was just there. And I don't believe the name was. What class are you immortal? There's a couple of new ones. There's what's the name of oh, the ones under Lich King. What's I'm having wow, what a blank. The ones that were under the Lich King, I'm forgetting their names. What the class? The hero class that started at level 50. How the hell am I forgetting their name? What? Dead Knight. Yeah, that. I don't know. Like, the Knight part was coming to me, the Death part was not for some reason. But yeah. I believe we have Dead Knight in Diablo Immortal. They also got the Druid. They also have like some wave benders kind of thing going on. Like Diablo Immortal classes. Yeah, it's okay. It's a Blood Knight. Sorry, it's not a Dead Knight. It's a Blood Knight. They also have this Tempest one. Everything else already was, right? They introduced the Druid. This was the newest class. But yeah, they also have this Blood Knight thing, which this would not quite fit. This is not really knightly. This is more like a gold-ish kind of thing. This could still be classified as an oracle quite easily. The only thing that's throwing me off of a lot of names is the big ass sword. Like this looks kind of a sacrificial sword kind of thing, right? But it's big as hell. So I'm not sure. Like the name they have not confirmed yet, so it could really go in a lot of different places. Let me look at the time. Okay, 10 minutes, yeah. They normally start this a bit earlier and then just have background, but not this time it seems. The people are going crazy in the chat. Look at this. But yeah, we know it's gonna almost for sure be this, unless they're just throwing us a curveball. But yeah, they normally look like this one though. So yeah. Oh, we have all the classes here. Cool. Like, people really wanted an Amazon, but already knew that Amazon was almost for sure not coming because we have Spiritborn, right? But yeah. Besides Necro, which doesn't really fit this, we don't really have anything that would fit there. The Blood Knight is the only one that comes close, but even then. So it's for almost for sure a new class that we have not had in any of the other games. We'll see. Oh yeah, by the way, whenever Diablo came out, there were a bunch of leaks right before Diablo came out, and the most influential one was a paladin of the Triune, basically a dark paladin kind of thing, which is something that does exist. I don't know if it's gonna be here. I know I saw it here somewhere. Paladin. Diablo. Where is it? Yeah, okay, there we go. So it was here. Yeah. See, Dark Paladins also exist to carry the favor from hell. So there were a lot of people talking about a Paladin of the Triune. That might have been their initial kind of thing. Their initial kind of motif behind this. But then they probably kind of just split the two classes. Because, you know, last season, normally in every other season thing that I remember, at least in Diablo 3, I mean, I guess we only got one, which was the Necro. Not the Necro, the... yeah, whatever. We only got one class. Wait, was it the Necro? Yeah, it was a Necro, right? So maybe they were going for two classes, for one class, like a Dark Paladin, but then they found that it didn't quite work and then they just split it. Not do it. Yeah, I was hoping a bit for a Dark Paladin, but maybe it just didn't work out, because that's what I think happened, is that they just ended up making so much that it didn't fit a single class, and then they just ended up splitting it, right? Because like when they're gonna release this new content, we're gonna have the stream in like 5 minutes. It's gonna start in 10 minutes. It's gonna start. It's what we have on the top left right there. The content is gonna be somewhere at the end of April, I believe. 26th of April, I think. It's gonna be the expansion release. We're gonna have a new season in 4 weeks, 3.5, 4 weeks, on the 11th of March, I believe. But yeah, the new season is just gonna be a really short season, just to, you know, for us to have something to play until the expansion comes out. The things they are gonna talk about today are more likely to be related to the expansion, which is gonna be in April. But yeah, I really think that it was just a single class, like a Dark Paladin of the Triune, and then they just made so much stuff that it was too much and they ended up splitting it, right? Because when you think about it, there's a lot of like, between Paladins and Warlocks, there's surprisingly a lot of overlap in a way, right? It's just kind of how that's shown, but like they do have something that they worship and that they get their power from, right? Because like Paladins get their power from their oaths, right? Their oaths to something, someone, or whatever, right? That's where they get their powers from. Generally speaking, it's oath to the light. Some sort of light, some sort of angelic being. But that's not necessarily the thing, right? You can be a Dark Paladin, it can be an oath to a demon even. It's just not often a thing that happens. When you look at the Warlock, they just have a fancy way to say oath, which is a contract. They have a contract with the devil, which gives them power. Yeah, it can also worship the dark, yeah. So they're not too different when it comes to some of that. The way they manifest those powers, like Paladins tend to be more of a melee magic fighter, while the Warlocks tend to be more about summoning and like more caster backline kind of thing. But the origin of their powers are very, very similar in a way. So they probably just could not fit both of those melee summon caster archetype into a single class, and then midway through development they just split it and made two classes. Because it's kind of the first time, I believe, in all of Blizzard's history that we're getting multiple classes at the same time. Technically, the Paladin came a bit earlier, but that's probably because it was more along the lines that technically both of their releases are with the expansion, right? You have to buy the expansion to get the class. So like, that's the first time I believe they ever done this. I don't remember a single time they did this in Warcraft, right? We had the Dead Knight, we had the pandas with the monk, we had the demon hunters, and then we had the dragons, right? all of those came solo. They didn't come with another one. This is the first time this is happening. So I really believe that they just had a class and they wanted to make a dark paladin of the Triune, and it just didn't quite work out, and then they just split it and made two classes. I'm almost sure of that. Okay, I'm not almost sure, but I really believe that was what happened here. Because especially considering the leaks we had before Diablo 4 came out was towards the paladin of the Triune, like a dark paladin. Okay, it was the dark paladin somehow related to the Triune. That was kind of the leaks we had when D4 came out. I don't know if it's about the safe way or if it's just they just wanted to pack so much into a single class and it didn't quite work out. Because I think that's more what probably happened. Because releasing two classes is just more work at the end of the day. So if they just wanted to go with a safe route, they would have just scrapped everything else and just released the paladin. Like, it might be a bit of that, but I don't think that was the main reason. Could have been, but... Well, we'll be able to play a warlock maybe, if it actually is a warlock. Or whatever it's called, it's gonna be something like a warlock, but... As the housing, I still have not looked at the housing. You can do some really crazy stuff with the construction thing, and I really like that the fact that they allowed you to kind of group things together, so you can just use basic blocks to build stuff that doesn't even exist in World of Warcraft. And then you can just save that and move it around like it was a new item. That's really cool. That will allow people to make really awesome stuff. Oh! Wait, give me a second. Why is this not working? I'm trolling. Oh, I see why. There's nothing going on, don't worry. It's just the starting with a really loud music. Okay, the thing is just bugged. Give me a second. Oh, wait, what? Okay, my OBS is bugged, by the way. Why is that? There we go. Let me lower this. This is loud as hell. This is loud as hell, dude. That was a bit too loud. Let me, Let me get the music off. Still a bit loud now. It look boring while Horde is really interesting. I showed it to Bird. It's really honestly, if they make, I really enjoyed the in Draenor, the zone where the Alliance was, where the Alliance garrison was. The what was the zone name? I forget now. Was the chat? Yeah, I can do that. Just waiting for the thing, but yeah. I really like that zone. Like, building a house in that zone would be really cool. Night Elf themed? Yeah, yeah. I think that's just the starter, to be fair. I think that they will introduce more zones. They probably should have done that before people start building their houses, but hey. You know, they just gave more love to the Horde in the first one. It is what it is. Man, a Night Elven one I would really love. The Dwarven one is easy. Just give them a mountain, make a hole in it, there you go. That's the... that's the... that's the one for them. That's the Dwarven one. Slap a new sticker on it, done. Delfston. Like for the Dwarven one, they literally just need to do a kind of an Iron Forge kind of thing, literally. Just remove all of the NPC buildings, and it's literally just an Iron Fortress inside of a mountain, and that's Dwarven. There you go. Quite easy, right? Just put the forge at the bottom as well. You know, all the Dwarven fortress need to have a forge at the bottom, and there you go. Easy. Put some lava. Put some lava over there. Easy. Oh wait, I'm describing Iron Forge. Unlucky, they don't like them. It be what it be. Oh, it started a bit earlier. Oh, this is cool. USA, Canada. Oh, okay, that was a Diablo 2 cinematic. That's why it was so low, such low quality. I'm at 180. See, that's the blood. That's okay. This is Diablo Immortal right now. This is Diablo 4. We have Diablo 2, I believe. Diablo 3, Spiritborn, Paladin. Okay, they're just showing a bunch of You have Mephisto. Yeah.
Welcome to the Diablo Spotlight.
Let
this
me.
year, we'll be hitting an incredible milestone. 30 years of Diablo.
What are my subtitles for?
Over 3 decades, we've experienced 5 different Diablo titles, each its own expression of sanctuary. We've embraced new evolutions in technology and the action RPG genre. Our latest installment, Diablo 4, recently revealed its next chapter, Lord of Hatred.
Oh, we're starting with
D4.
D4.
Face-off with Mephisto is coming. Prepare for the reckoning, because this is a battle you do not want to miss. Diablo Immortal is also heating up. The first and last king brought us major updates to the storyline, the full release of the new Sharval Wilds, and new Heliquary bosses. The Immortal team will be joining us today to share more about what's coming up this year. Then there's Diablo 2. This game means so much to me. Diablo 2 Resurrected was the first game that I worked on right here at Blizzard. The original game is what got many of us into the ARPG space and still stands today as the pinnacle experience for those of us who love the genre. If you're here for Resurrected, hold on to your health potions, folks. Topping it all off, this is a BlizzCon year. Today's Spotlight kicks off Diablo's road to BlizzCon 2026, and we're thrilled to have you with us. to start this 30th anniversary celebration, we have a very special, very dark surprise.
So I was right, it was only the 3 games. They just gave up on Diablo 3. Oh? Might this be the new class?
How can knowledge be evil if it saves a soul?
Oh, this might be the...
Tell us how to fight.
Oh.
The church. They uphold the light while we die in the shadows.
Oh, I know this book.
I denounce the light. I now seek power in the primal. Salvation in unholy scripture.
I am a heretic. I break the bones of the damned. Build altars of blood to call the darkness.
I have walked amongst demons. Found
New,
strength
okay, that looks cool as hell. Up a bit? Yeah, sure.
And madness.
Just
Damn the light.
be careful not to blow your ears off.
My own path. I will learn the foul ways of a forbidden tongue. To bind them as a tool of my vengeance.
Damn.
Branda's traitor. Outlaw. Warlock.
Oh, they did say Warlock. There you go. That looks cool.
Let them hang us for what we've done.
But when darkness comes for us, it will see hell screaming back.
Oh, the Warlock. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I did not expect that. It's gonna be coming to Diablo Immortal, but also Diablo 2? What? Okay. New content for Diablo 2, what? Okay, that's wild.
I get chills every time I see that, and the team has been all in bringing this to life.
All right.
Absolutely. The amount of effort and passion poured into this update has been a true labor of love.
That takes me back to when you and I first started working together on Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I got to see firsthand how deeply you and the team care about this game and the community.
It's amazing to see how far we've come, and that this community is still here, still active, and still loving the game. With that, we're so excited to announce Reign of the Warlock, a brand new major update for Diablo 2 Resurrected. This is the first time in 25 years that Diablo 2 is receiving a new playable class. I've seen so many sunrises playing this game, beginning from when I was a teenager. I still haven't put this game down decades later. To bring the Warlock to life in Diablo 2 Resurrected and see it manifest across Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal is a massive dream come true. Being able to provide even more for the Diablo 2 community is very special to us.
Diablo 2 has an incredible legacy, and with Reign of the Warlock, Resurrected is stepping into its next era.
As the 8th class for Diablo 2, the Warlock is disciplined, ominous, and incredibly knowledgeable. For years, the Warlock lingered in the shadows, studying secrets no mortal should know. Now, they abandon theory for practice, bringing their dark craft to the battlefield. When it comes to gameplay, the Warlock dominates demons, binding them to his will and consuming them when it suits him.
Yo, thanks for the tier 1. Really
summoning.
appreciate it.
Warlocks can summon 3 distinct
Hope
demons.
you enjoy the emotes.
Goatman, the Tainted,
Dude,
and the Defiler.
yeah, for work
Each
on
is
Diablo.
a different tool in the Warlock
On the Diablo
arsenal.
guides.
But the
yeah.
summoning is just the beginning. The
I'm
depth
glad
lies
you found the
in his
enjoyment
ability
in
to
them.
bind or consume
Or them useful,
nearly
I guess.
any demon found in the game.
I did expect them to start with
Binding a
Diablo
demon
2. I
allows the
didn't
warlock to
expect
benefit from the
Warlock
demon's
in Diablo
unique
2.
abilities.
This,
You can only
the
bind one
immort-
demon
like,
at a time, but doing so strengthens
it being
both
an
the
immortal
demon and the
was
warlock.
not that surprising.
You
It
could also
being in
make the
D2
choice to
completely
consume the
caught me
demon.
off guard.
Remove the demon from play and literally
In a mod?
absorb
No,
their
I'm a mod.
essence.
I'm a mod myself.
This grants the warlock temporary buffs and traits that can vary between what
I'm a
demon you
professional
consume.
mod. Don't worry.
No matter what demon you draw in, you'll gain
I instantly
increased
ban the
life
bots that
and
come in.
movement speed. Some may grant plus to all skills.
That guy
Some may even
posted,
grant
the
auras.
bot couldn't even catch it
And
before I
that's
deleted
just
it.
the beginning. Between summoning, binding, and consuming, we're talking hundreds of combinations. And the best part is you can mix and match. Bind a demon for its aura, then absorb another for its resistances before summoning a third to fight by your side. It's a sandbox of dark magic. Outside of mastering demonology, the warlock can also be a pure caster who channels chaotic magic, hellfire, and destruction.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been
We're
meaning to
thrilled to
try
introduce
D2 for a
bold new
while.
way for players to embody the warlock fantasy.
I might have to do
an
it soon,
approach
TM.
that blends
Might
dark
have to do it soon,
mysticism
TM.
with raw power. In close quarters combat, the warlock manipulates weapons with his mind, levitating and hexing two-handed weapons with a flick of his wrist. Our warlock class is a challenge, a puzzle, and a reward, all wrapped up in a brooding scholarly package.
But Reign of the Warlock isn't just about the new class. The team has also been dropping evolutions in gameplay as well as some quality of life updates.
Immortal Second?
Let's start
I
with
called
one
it
of
Immortal
our
Second
favorite
as well.
playgrounds,
Dude,
Parazones.
I just
In
know
Reign
they
of the
work.
Warlock, there's a new way to control the battle. You have the ability to earn consumables and choose which act becomes terrorized. While an act is terrorized, every zone within it becomes supercharged, offering an elevated difficulty.
But I'm
and
glad
greater
they're
rewards.
making content for D2. I know
This
people
puts
really
you
it's
back
not
in the
my
driver's
thing, but I
seat
know
when
people
reaching
really
the
love that
highest
game.
levels in the game. And the consumables required to activate them are fully tradable with other players.
In Hell difficulty, you'll encounter something new, Heralds of Terror. These hunters stalk players like easy prey, and each one becomes exponentially more dangerous the next time it finds you in a game. Conquer a terrorized act boss, and you'll have a chance to uncover statues that reference something familiar, but in a new way. Combine all 5 statues in the Herodric Cube to unlock a brand new pinnacle boss encounter against the Colossal Ancients.
Oh, that's our ancients from D4. Look at
Colossal
them.
Ancients are a big deal. These battles are tough and designed to push your skills and builds to the next level. We put you in control, letting you choose how and where you want to play, with a truly legendary goal to chase. Colossal Ancients are built as a next evolution of a feature that
the
Diablo 2
badge.
players
Nice,
already love.
grats.
They keep the spirit of the classic
It's gonna be
experience
you're gonna be able
intact,
to get it
while layering
from
in
today
more control, more
till the
challenge, and more reward.
25th, I think. as
Reign
well.
of the Warlock also contains
It's the
many
first time.
quality of life features you've
I'm
been
really sad
asking
I missed
for.
out on the Overwatch
Let's
one
start
whenever that
with
one was
loot
out.
filters.
I'm not gonna miss
These
out
are
on
built
this one for sure.
directly into the game. No external mods,
Loot filter.
no
Wait,
third-party tools.
Wait, put filters on
You
on
can
the
create
two.
your own,
Wait a
share
second.
them with friends, or grab community presets
Okay,
like
this
Starter
this
Warlock.
could mean we might get
plug them right in.
it for the
It's
4 as
simple,
well, maybe.
flexible, and totally
Oh.
community driven.
Then
Next
there's advanced stat tabs.
Bye bye.
We've added more of them, and for the first time ever, items in your stats
See ya
can be
in
stacked.
1 month then.
No more juggling 99 gems across 4 pages.
Dude, but yeah, there's
You'll find dedicated tabs for materials, gems, and runes. It's cleaner, faster,
this is
and
also
way
very
less
cool.
tedious.
They are learning from
Finally,
PUB1.
The
They are
Chronicles.
learning.
Players have been tracking their collections in spreadsheets and third-party websites for years. Now, we've brought that experience in-game. The Chronicle lets you track every item you've ever collected. Uniques, sets, rune words, all in a freshly
Dude, they are just
designed
doing
UI
so much.
that even tells
Ooh,
you
okay.
when and where you found it.
I'm not a
Most importantly,
D2 player.
You'll unlock rewards you can show off to your friends.
I'm excited for them. This is
we also
awesome.
want to honor the way people have played Diablo 2 for decades. Whether you prefer Diablo 2 Classic or want to keep playing Resurrected, you can. Reign of the Warlock lives in the same client, with your existing characters safely separated.
If you want to bring your character forward, you can transfer it. If you got a character in Classic, move it to Resurrected. If you've been grinding in Resurrected, carry it into Reign of the Warlock. You can't go backwards, but you can always go forward on your terms.
Reign of the Warlock wasn't built in a vacuum. Creators like Mr. Llama, Gymnasium, BT, and Kano have been deep in the dungeons with us, playtesting, theory crafting, and giving feedback on everything from class fantasy to stash flow. So if you've ever played Diablo 2, no matter when you first journeyed into Sanctuary, this is your moment. Come celebrate with us. Reign of the Warlock brings brand new ways to play for everyone, and we can't wait to see more sunrises with this community now and for the years to come. But we've been saving the best for last. Reign of the Warlock will be live today.
Oh. Wow. Okay, maybe we'll get to Warlock Season 11, Season 12. Wait a second.
This is all hell could marshal forth. Let us begin.
Okay.
These creatures of darkness shall yield to me, or perish.
I'm really excited for what this could mean for D4. If they are willing to introduce all of this stuff to D2, I'm really looking forward if they will do it for D4 as well. Especially the stash thing. The stash and the loot filter, if they add that to D4, it will go crazy. Trust. I'll be so happy about that. Okay, now we're going to Immortal, I think. Wait, D2 is on the Switch. Ooh.
Dive into Diablo 2 Resurrected right now on Battle.net, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Plus, with your purchase of Reign of the Warlock, unlock some exclusive cosmetics for Diablo 4 and World of Warcraft to show off your dark allegiance across realms. So get in the fight and stop bending demons to your will.
So there you have it. We've kicked off the 30th anniversary with a huge update to Diablo 2 Resurrected. But the celebration doesn't stop there. Starting today, you can enter our Voice the Warlock contest on Instagram. It'll be judged by the Warlock himself, Rahul Kohli. If you want to join, tag @PlayDiablo and add #VoiceTheWarlock for a chance for you and a friend to win a trip to London for Diablo's Infernal Symphony on June 6th, 2026. Official contest details are available on our blog. Next up for our 30th anniversary celebration.
But what's the contest about? Do you just make a voice
Immortal,
pretending you're
a
the
perfect
Warlock?
bridge connecting the legendary tales of Diablo 2 and
Okay.
Diablo 3.
I think they forgot that one. Oh, Diablo 3 was actually mentioned. Wow.
Diablo Immortal is
That's all we're gonna hear about Diablo 3, by the way.
It's been
It's
incredible
nothing else.
to see millions of players carve their path through Sanctuary, and somehow the demons still haven't learned their lesson.
Not for lack of trying on our end. You all have been relentless.
And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome.
Diablo Immortal was created to bring that classic Diablo dungeon delving, loot chasing magic to the small screen. And for many of us on the development team, it's a love letter to the moment we first stepped into Sanctuary.
I remember my first step vividly. My brother was actually the one who introduced me to the game. He told me it's a really, really fun game, but it might just be a little too scary for 13-year-old me. I spent a couple of months sitting on the sidelines, watching my brother brave the horrors I couldn't face quite yet. Today, I am pleased to say I overcame my fear and fell in love with Sanctuary. And my brother, he now works in finance. I am so proud to be part of the Immortal team, which is why I'm happy to kick off our anniversary celebration by announcing the arrival of our very own Warlock.
That looks sick as hell. God damn.
After the events of Diablo 2, the rediscovery of Viz-Jirai magic has spread. Our Warlock is even more reckless with this dark power than her predecessors. She's here to save the world, but she's going to do it her way, wielding the tools of hell to push back Sanctuary's demons. In her eyes, anyone who refuses to fight fire with fire is simply naive. She's not hiding her powers away, she's daring you to challenge her.
We built the Warlock for our players who love hovering on that very thin line between hero and villain. When it comes to power, the Warlock practices the ancient art of the Viz-Jirai, magic so dark it was buried beneath Sanctuary
this
long
looks
ago.
So good.
In Immortal, that legacy lives on. She can open portals
like
to
Blizzard
hell,
art team never fails. Other departments might. The art team never fails, dude.
At the heart of her
God
arsenal
damn.
is the Soul Gorger, a beast powered by devouring other demons and absorbing their traits. We've designed a monstrous maw that stretches from its mouth
from what I've heard,
to its stomach.
The game is actually good.
It's a full body transformation.
But it does have a really serious, you know,
doesn't just stop
it is a mobile game.
In her main hand,
really serious like problem with monetization. But the game itself is good. Oh, by the way, there's a D there, and there's a D here as well. Oh, that's cool.
These unique weapons fuel multiple skills.
I will never play it.
Fire,
because I don't really enjoy games that are paid to win.
And chaining demons.
But
alongside the Warlock,
if you don't mind it, the game is
dedicated
good.
Origin quest,
at least so I've been told.
An appetizer that explores her backstory. It's a journey into the shadows and a chance to understand what drives our new class. We'll have more updates as development continues.
Now let's talk about a Warlock-centric location. Loot Golem is back and grimmer than ever before. We've honored the legacy of Diablo 2 Resurrected by preserving key landmarks, the gates, the central plaza, and the architecture that defined the city for a generation of players. But because this is Diablo, its beauty and history have now been desecrated by a demonic occupation. We've also expanded and split the city into two districts, the Common Ward and the High Ward. The Common Ward is chaos incarnate. Graffiti of blood, hanging bodies, and corruption seeping through the sewers. It's a bustling town where you meet a motley crew of artisans. Elzix, Farah, Drognin, Meshith, Atma, and many others.
By contrast, the High Ward is eerie in its elegance. The buildings are refined, but darkness
I don't know why.
Their stones. To move Loot Golem's architecture
that guy on the right,
time, we took inspiration from real-world Moroccan cities,
whenever he talks,
vibrant patterns and rich textures in every corner. They
there's
create a
something
stark contrast with the layers of violence
like
and decay
the way
that
his mouth moves. I don't know, dude.
And
it just
Loot
looks.
Golem, in its dungeons, you'll find carvings.
I don't know how to explain.
Runes,
there's something.
Remnants of the ancient summoners who practice their dangerous arts.
The way it speaks as well.
The Warlock story is
it bugs me. I don't know why.
Into the undercity.
It's open too much. Maybe that's it.
The more you explore,
it bugs me a bit.
The more you'll uncover the truth about a dangerous power that's only as good as its wielder.
Like I hope it's not the medical thing. In that case, like. Yeah, it feels like it's exaggerated. Exactly.
Into your hand.
I hope it's not the medical thing. If it is a medical thing, it is what it is, right? But it does feel like it's exaggerating a lot.
We've got other world-shaping stories coming to Immortal this year, and they begin with our next big bad. We're witnessing the triumphant return of the Maiden of Anguish, the Demon Queen Andariel. In Immortal's story, Andariel is 10 steps ahead of us. She's conquered Loot
God
Gul'dan
damn.
and sent her barges sweeping across Sanctuary, abducting people
Oh,
to
we
drink
might-
in the anguish
Oh, no.
of an entire world.
Hopefully my
For what
stream on
purpose?
YouTube does not get
You'll have to
taken
play to
down.
find out.
On
With
Twitch it should
Andariel,
be
we're
fine.
emphasizing the horror
On
of fighting a
YouTube,
being that
I
wants you
might,
to drown
I might be
in
a
your
bit
own
screwed.
torment.
We'll see.
Not just the scary things you see, but the ones you feel in your gut. Everywhere that Andariel touches becomes claustrophobic and harrowing.
To make Andariel's anguish-inducing design instantly recognizable,
What
we've
the hell is
refreshed
that
her
face?
classic look. She's domineering, equal parts regal, and sadistic. And she hasn't
the hell is
forgotten
that
how
forehead,
things ended
though?
for her the last time she walked Sanctuary. Now, she's driven by nothing less than a desire for dark godhood, to stand supreme among her
What the
brothers
hell is that
with a new
forehead?
approach to the eternal conflict.
Our story in Immortal's 4th year sends familiar places and people into an era unlike anything Sanctuary has yet seen.
Like, was
We've
it just
got a
me?
packed year ahead.
Like, she looks
and our
mega cool
roadmap
here.
Deepens the
But
world
like
of
the
Diablo
model they
Immortal
showed, it just
even further,
looked like her
beyond the
forehead
Warlock
was
and
kind
the
of
expansion
covering
Loot Gul'dan.
her eyes or
We'll be rolling
something.
out a new subzone each quarter, complete with wanted
I don't know,
monsters
that
and
looked
bounties.
we're
We're also adding a
like
new
the hard tiers
battleground
looks
event
amazing.
and continuing to improve the
The 3D
system,
model, I don't know,
drawing
maybe it was a
upon
bad angle
your
or something.
feedback. We'll be making updates to classic zone events, summoning new Helcori bosses, adding new ambient quests, and improving the PD timer for legendary gem drops. And we'll share more as we get closer.
Okay, D4
We
time
want
now.
story and gameplay to move
Okay.
together, with each update pushing our boundaries and making Sanctuary feel more alive.
To celebrate today's spotlight, we've got a promo code available for all players. And whether you've been with us for a while or jumping in for the first time, join us on our Discord and be part of the conversation. This 4th year story in Diablo Immortal is a tentpole moment, scattered with heroes, villains, big piles of corpses, and let's be honest, even bigger piles of loot.
You know, much like
Nice.
Emil, playing Diablo at 13 haunted me. In a good way. It woke me up to the Gothic style
Ah,
that
they're
I
both
still
13.
love so much today. It was fast-paced,
Wow, what a coincidence.
transgressive, and it had the best character progression of anything I'd ever played.
What a coincidence.
Diablo was a revolution
Totally
in
not
the way I
scripted.
thought about RPGs.
Yeah.
The beauty of Sanctuary is that it's hope tangled with terror at every turn. As designers, we're hungry to answer the big questions about this world. What kind of earth-shattering events lead to the era Deckard Cain called the end of days?
And what scars run so deep that people would rather barricade their doors than risk the world outside?
What demonic plots reshape Sanctuary and set up the age of Diablo 3? What ushers in the time of the Nephilim? We've barely scratched the
Motherfucker, man,
surface.
Detroit so
And
hard.
there's so
Yeah,
much more on the horizon for
I
Diablo
called
Immortal,
it before the
thanks
stream. It
to
was
you.
gonna be D2,
We want to give a
D1
massive
into
thank you
D4.
to all our
I
players
called it.
for sticking with
I
us
was almost sure
and helping
D3
make
would be
Sanctuary
slept
what it is today.
hanging.
We're so happy that you're part of Diablo's
It is what it is.
30-year legacy.
They just assume
Now
that
let's turn our
the
gaze
player base of
toward Diablo
D3
4.
completely
We're about
migrated
introduce
to
the
D4.
second new class in Lord of Hatred,
Have
dig into brand new
Unlucky.
features, and talk about
But-
big updates coming to Endgame and core
Like most of
systems.
the D3 player
Let's get
base
into it.
went to D4, so they're just kind of assuming there. I think that's the thing. Weeks over weeks. Yeah.
Diablo 4 has come a long way since launch. It's been
Well,
amazing to see this game grow into something
it's,
bigger, sharper,
Diablo
and more
4, yeah.
ambitious than ever. And honestly, Zavin, one of my favorite things is to see players push every system we build to its limits.
Yeah, our players don't sit on the sidelines. In fact, I'm sure they're all over the comment section right now, and we love it. It helps us understand not just what's working, but where we can evolve.
Are they?
This expansion builds on everything
Oh, I
we've
closed
learned
the
so
comments.
far.
Oops.
Class balance, endgame, core systems. This is our chance to take all of those core pillars and push them even further. So
Okay.
today, we'll
Sit
be
back,
diving
guys.
into new features, a new region, and a new endgame. But first, let's take a look at a new class,
Yeah,
the
alright.
Warlock.
across the Diablo universe, we will get to watch the Warlock evolve. In Diablo 2 Resurrected, they honed their earliest arcane powers. Then in Diablo Immortal, their journey takes a rebellious turn, embracing darker forces and forging their own path. Now in Diablo 4, the Warlock stands at the height of their strength, fully unleashed and ready to shape the fate of Sanctuary. This class is all about turning the wrath of hell against itself, with metal chains, flames, and utter destruction. The Diablo 4 Warlock is like a heavy metal album cover come to life, fighting fire with fire. We have so much more to share about our Warlock, enough that we're dedicating a full developer update to Warlock on March 5th. That's where we'll go deep on the class, their lore, gameplay, and more. For now, let's talk about how the Warlock and our other new class,
that's a bit before the new season,
are central to the themes of Lord of Hatred.
Many of you have already been playing as the Paladin, experiencing their holy might firsthand. With the Paladin representing light and purity, Warlocks are their darker counterpart, anti-heroes harnessing the power of hell. This duality is central to the theme of Lord of Hatred. It's the eternal conflict between angels and demons, with humanity stuck in the center.
As you play through the campaign, prepare to be drawn into a tale where Mephisto's shadow looms even larger. It's an unfolding saga of hatred, treachery, and the search for salvation, building towards a reckoning that will leave a lasting mark on Sanctuary. The campaign unfolds in Lord of Hatred's new zone, Skovos.
Oh.
Skovos is a dangerous land, visually inspired by ancient Mediterranean landscapes.
Oh, that's
You'll
beautiful.
Rugged
Like, that looks like
mountainous
Greece or
highlands,
something.
ancient temples, and more monster variety than ever.
Like Italy, Greece kind of thing going on there?
Skovos is the birthplace of humanity, where Lilith and Inarius began it all.
I love it.
You'll see the Blessed Mother and the Heavenly Father carved into the marble structures of Temis,
dude,
the capital
this
city.
is amazing.
Temis is the bustling epicenter of Skovos.
That's beautiful, dude.
Marble walls, eerie elegance, vibrant patterns, and rich textures all blend to create a hauntingly beautiful landscape. There's a town square teeming with whispers of the firstborn. You'll uncover
this is my favorite town from now on.
the primeval,
Fuck every other town.
and the ancient wars that shaped the
care.
world. It's a place where every corner tells a story. Plus, we built Temis to be the ideal endgame city, crafted to streamline your access to everything you want once the campaign is concluded.
While we keep the story under wraps for now, let's talk about Endgame in Lord of Hatred and one of its major new features, War Plans. War Plans give you more control and depth in how you experience the endgame. You create a playlist of up to 5 activities, drawing from endgame
Atlas
modes,
trees,
the
let's
pit,
go!
Infernal Hordes, Hell Tides, Nightmare Dungeons, Lair Bosses, and the Undercity. Pick what you want, pick your rewards, and jump in.
As you complete activities through War Plans, you'll earn progression towards a unique skill tree for each of these activities. These trees let you customize and modify how each activity plays. You can change the rewards,
Endgame
tweak the monster
customization,
spawns,
finally in
even
Diablo
bring
4,
features
let's
from
go.
one activity into another.
One of the best parts is how War Plans makes the endgame more accessible. If you're a new player or returning after a break, you can just pick your playlist and start playing, learning the systems as you go. But for veterans, there's a ton of meta progression and build diversity to explore. War Plans are really about letting you shape your own endgame experience. You decide what you want to focus on, what you want to avoid, and how you want to play.
And for those of you seeking an adrenaline rush, we're also introducing a hyper-rare event called Echoing Hatred. If you're lucky enough to find a very rare Trace of Echoes golden ticket in a loot drop, you'll gain access to the Echoing Hatred event. There, you'll face infinite waves of enemies and escalating difficulty. Each run feels different, with randomized monsters that force you to adapt your build and tactics on the fly. The deeper you go, the more intense the encounters become. Each wave will test your mastery of the mechanics and resource management to the point where we might even throw multiple bosses at you at the same time. The longer you last, the better the loot. And how long you last is completely up to your skill.
I know the entire team is excited for War Plans and Echoing Hatred, but this might be a good time to talk about the why.
After the campaign wraps up, that's when the real journey begins for a lot of our players. Endgame isn't just a bonus, it's what keeps you coming back to Sanctuary.
And it's more than just adding new events. We want these features to feel meaningful. Quality of life changes, like making activities more approachable or letting you customize how you play, make a huge difference.
There's nothing worse than feeling lost after the credits roll. With features like war plans and rare events like Echoing Hatred, you get new goals and reasons to experiment even after returning from a break.
It's all about giving you control and variety. Endgame should be as interesting and rewarding as the story. That's why we're so focused on quality of life improvements and fresh features for everyone. Now, let's talk systems updates, which also feed into this philosophy. These updates will completely refresh how you build your power your way. Let's start with skill trees. We've seen the joke that they're more like skill twigs. That ends here. With the release of Lord of Hatred, every player will reap the benefits of a completely overhauled, massively expanded skill tree system. The changes are built to give you more customization than ever before, right from the moment you start playing. No more waiting for random item drops or late game progression to really flesh out your build. Now you'll have meaningful choices and options in your skill tree from the moment you choose your first skills.
We're adding new customization options to every single skill across the entire tree.
This is the unique.
Just a small tweak. It's a major disruption.
And this is the new one completely.
Our goal is to make theory crafting go
so this is what they meant.
With more complexity than ever before.
For instance, the first one, take the Sorcerer's iconic Hydra skill. Previously, you could only boost its burning damage or ramp up its critical strike potential.
I don't want to
With the revamped skill tree, you can fine-tune Hydra to your unique playstyle. Want your Hydras to attack faster or last longer? You can choose to have their attacks trigger explosions or continually burn everything in close proximity. You can even completely transform the skill, turning your Hydras into Frost Hydras to unlock new combos with all your other Frost abilities. The new options let you experiment with every possibility as you refine the build that's most fun for you.
And we're not leaving any class behind. Alongside the Paladin and the Warlock, every class will be getting these updates, and they will be available to all players, regardless of Lord of Hatred ownership. Each class will get more than 40 rework choices and over 80 additional options. Lord of Hatred owners are going to get even more, with over 20 additional transformative skill choices.
On top of the skill tree overhaul, we're adding a brand new itemization system, the Talisman, and with it comes the return of charms and sets. Here's how it works.
Sets.
Once you get your Talisman, charms will begin dropping in the game. For a charm to be active, it must be placed inside your Talisman. Charms can be of any rarity, but the set charms have the greatest potential. Equipping multiple charms from the same set will unlock additional set bonuses.
I'm not sure how I feel about
With the Talisman, charms, and sets, you can customize and fine-tune your characters like never before with the powers of the greatest Herodrum.
And speaking of Herodrum, Lord of Hatred comes with the Herodric Cube.
So it is the
Herodric Cube for a legendary way to craft.
I'm not sure how I feel about sets though. I'm gonna be honest, it depends on the implementation.
And forge items that fit your
finally implement them. Hey,
the Herodric Cube is the beginning of your chase for late game greatness, opening up new opportunities to shape your journey and pursue those ultimate rewards. It's a heartfelt callback to the Cube in Diablo 2, now reimagined for Diablo 4's itemization. Next, loot filters. They've finally arrived. You've been asking for this since
we actually got it in D4. We got loot filters in D4, dude.
Or filtering out junk, loot filters give you the right amount of control over your journey.
I'm just happy that it's finally here, you know?
Adding loot filters to the game,
it took a long time, but I'm happy it's here.
Continue to listen to your feedback and stay committed to refining
and they are fully customizable as well
to make sure that it works for you.
This is shaping up to be quite a year for Diablo 4.
Can we share them like we could the D2
30th
ones?
anniversary. I've been playing Diablo for as long as I've been gaming on PCs, starting with a burned copy of Diablo handed to me by a friend at school. Discovering the game's randomized content blew my mind, and soon I was playing Diablo 2 online at PC cafes, eventually diving into modding and joining Blizzard. I've been a proud servant of hell ever since. We hope this year's expansion and all its new features spark that same sense of discovery and excitement you felt when you first stepped into Sanctuary. Whether you're
He doesn't
exploring
serve the
Skobos, or
humankind.
reaching your greatest potential
Is
within
it
your class
Mephisto?
fantasy, or simply celebrating another milestone with the Diablo community, we're grateful to have you with us. Thank you for being a part of this adventure.
When darkness comes for us, it will see hell screaming back.
Okay. Anyway, what I was talking about, the Hammer of the Ancients one,
It is
the
so
first one
cool
was
to
the
see the
legendary
Warlock
power,
class
the
rise
second
across the
was the
Diablo
unique,
universe.
the chest
From the
unique.
scholarly manipulator to the punk rock
And the
demon
third one was
commander,
just a new
to the
one.
metal powerhouse. This tells a story that spans generations, illuminating the legacy of the Vajari and the strength of those bold enough to wield its forbidden power. You can dive into the origins of the Diablo Warlock and so much more right now in Reign of the Warlock, live today in Diablo 2 Resurrected. We love bringing Sanctuary to life, and we're grateful that you could join us to help us kick off Diablo's 30th anniversary. On behalf of everyone here today and the Diablo team across the globe, thank you for being a part of this journey with us.
This was
Are we clear? Are we good?
All right.
Oh my God, they're gonna freak out at BlizzCon when we announce it.
Ah! You fucks! They left us on a cliffhanger. Okay. Fuck off. Okay, it's the 28th. I thought it was the 26th. 28th, apparently. Alright, that's a lot of cool stuff there. We finally got the loot filter, which is amazing. BlizzCon is in the US. Yup. I'm not going to it because of the current situation that the United States is in, right? But, you know, it is what it is. I'll watch it from the sidelines.
Hey, welcome to the Daily Show.
Okay, no, okay. God damn it. Why did we get... Well, this is the current situation of the US. There we go. Right on cue. Almost planned. That was just the YouTube going to the recommended thing. I'm on the private browser, by the way. That was the private browser. That was not even my feed. I have like my feed has nothing about that stuff because I'm European. I can't be bothered. But that was just on a scale to 0 to 10. What score would you give it? The whole thing. Probably a solid 9.5 maybe. I was not expecting like that big of an update to D2. I'm happy for them. Like I know a lot of people really love D2. I'm happy for those people. I might play it sometime. But the D4 one, the skill tree, they're moving a lot of power to the skill tree. I really like that. Which it just means that you'll be able to easily get builds online quite easily. Right now in D4, for most classes, if you don't get, let's use Barbarians for example, it's the one I know the most. If you don't get a certain aspect or a certain rune combo or something like that, your leveling will be much weaker than otherwise, right? This, moving the power to the skill tree itself, should make that experience much more of a straight line, right? Which will be very nice. The loot filter, amazing. Freaking finally, it's really good. They didn't cover this. They did talk about the D2 one, that you could share the loot filter. I hope that functionality is in the D4 one. Because you can customize it so much, right? I really hope the functionality is there. But yeah, D3, they just... I called this before the stream started, that it was gonna... I actually even called the order. I was not expecting that reveal for D2 though, but I did call the order. D2, Immortal, D4. And lo and behold, I was right. But yeah. D3 RIP. They are just banking on that most of the D3 player base move for D4. And D3 is just on life support now. It is what it is. But yeah, and to be fair, most people did move from D3 to D4. But yeah, the only thing I'm a bit skeptical on, and this is not necessarily one way or the other, but it's the sets. Because one of the big problems that you have with sets, especially on D3, for example, is that the sets dictate the meta, right? You don't play a single build that's not either a set or Legacy of Dreams, I believe it's the name, right? Right? You play one or the other, and that's it. Right? The thing there, we can we rewatch the video? Let me... Can I go back? Because the video should be uploaded, yes. Okay, there we go.
Crafted class behind, alongside the...
From the same set.
Because they did shortly...
Greatest potential.
Okay, let me... There we go. So this is the rogue one. I don't know too much about rogue, but yeah. When you cast a marksman basic skill, you gain a stack of vengeance, which grants movement speed and damage to marksman skills. Vengeance stack, okay. Up to 5 times. Oh, we have more. Oh, we can't see the rest of the set. Oh, that's the problem. While you have Vengeance, you gain 1 Dark Shroud every 2 seconds. You also gain 20% damage, 25% damage reduction. Whenever you something one shadow, you have at least 1 shadow, I'll assume. Okay. Okay, that outbreak was really unfortunate while I was talking, dude. Can I stop it? I had to stop it before it came in. Fudge. Okay, well, unlucky. I really hate that they don't allow you to just not run ads on Twitch. Like, I literally make nothing out of ads. Like, not even cents. Not even like a full euro. I'm literally making like 2 cents out of ads per month. I gain nothing from running them at all. They're just annoying. Anyway, the one thing about the sets, the big problem with sets in D3 is that they are way too powerful. They also seem to have some implicits like additional smoke grenades, bonus experience. What else? What else do they have? Rapid +2 to rapid fire, poison resist. That's probably random, I'll assume. Well, okay, there we go. While Vengeance, you gain 1 Dark Shroud every 2 seconds. You also gain damage reduction whenever you have a... Okay, I was right. At least 1 shadow, knockback, close enemies. Those two don't seem too busted. They seem basically like a legendary power, right? A legendary offensive and a legendary defensive power. That's not too bad. If the power level is that, and if they are, I don't know enough about Rogue to know if this is quite like global enough. Like, as long as it's not just a single skill benefits from this, if it's like a grouped skill that say all your core skills get this, or all your bleed skills get that, or all your fire skills get Y, right? That's fine, as long as it's not focusing on a single skill. Because one thing that you can see, for example, right now on Paladin, and I'm not too worried because of Paladin. If you go look at Paladin, you can play almost any build on Paladin. Any build on Paladin will be strong, generally between 110 and 125 pit wise, right? It's more like a 115 to 125, with the exception of Judgment, but that's because of, you know, it was nerfed for a reason. Everything else, it's really in that range. And it's not because of Castle, right? It's not because of Castle. The power level, the fact that they are 115 to 125 instead of 105 to 115 is because of Castle. But the reason they are so close to each other is that almost everything on Paladin, if you go look at the aspects, if you go look at the Paragon and stuff like that, almost everything there can be used for multiple skills, right? You have uniques, which are especially weapons. Uniques are very more specific to skills on the Paladin. You can go look at all the weapons, right? They are super specific to certain skills. But if you do look at the legendary powers, they are quite general. The only specific ones are the ones related to Arbiter, which is a buff. Arbiter is a buff that you can put with any other skill, right? With the exception of ultimates, of course, but you know. And even then, if you don't run that, you still have a lot of global modifiers on Paladin, which means that you don't have situations where you have a build that can do 120 and then another skill can only do pit 70, right? You don't have those situations because of this. So, and if you actually go look at I covered this in the video I put out about the changes for PTR. Almost everything you saw, all the small changes they did to other classes besides the Paladin, which were not a lot of them, they're mostly to the Paragon board. Those were all in that direction as well. They're trying to make multipliers not extremely specific to a certain type or a single skill in some cases. They're trying to make them somewhat general. Sometimes they're still falling to a bleed archetype or something like that, which is fine, right? You have multiple bleed skills in the bleed classes, right? But they are not focusing on a single skill. Now, I wonder what will happen with legendary powers. Legendary powers, as you can see on let me go back to the auto one here. Where's the auto one? There we go. For example, this one, Hammer of the Ancients quakes outwards and deals more damage. This is the legendary power, right? This is, I can pull it up right here. Max roll planner D4. Right, this is a legendary power for the Hammer of the Ancients. Except Barb. Look at this. Hammer of the Ancients. There we go. It's this one. See? Quakes outwards for increased damage. You just don't get the double against bosses, but that's fine, right? That's the same power. This enables Alta. This is one of those powers that if you get early, you can level with Autumn. If you don't have this, you shouldn't play auto leveling. You should just play upheaval. This is the thing that enables you to play auto early on while leveling, right? And the other power that you can see a bit later here, this one, Hammer of the Ancients forms a seismic line that deals X damage and slows enemies. Look at this. Mantle. Hammer of the Ancients also forms a seismic line that deals its damage and slow enemies for 4 seconds. You don't get the Earthquake's explosions, right? That's not in there. This is just Alta. But see, that's where it came from. So what I'm wondering is, what's gonna happen to these uniques? This will probably just be made into something more towards Earthquakes. Because, oh yeah, you also have that thing. I don't know what will happen to Earthquakes and Dust Devils, for example, on Barbarian, because those are not skills. So I wonder what will happen to them. But yeah, I also wonder what will happen to these legendaries, the uniques, because on the Rogue Showcase over here, yeah, look at this.
Items.
Okay, this was not Rogue, but anyway. You can still see items here. This is the Osiris one, the one for the Hydras. This is a Godslayer crown up here, right? I do wonder what That's a really weird charm, but yeah. I do wonder what will happen, because you still have legendaries, you still have uniques here. Imagine you can combine. Yeah, they say you don't have to wait for a guild to unleash it from. Yeah, that's good. That's a good change. Oh yeah, let me look at this once, because I didn't quite notice what options we have here. Transmute several of the same item to upgrade it. Certain specific consumables, items, and dungeon keys. Okay, we'll have a lot of stuff to figure out when the game comes out. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Can be used to modify. So we'll have full crafting then, in a way. That's really cool. Okay, we have this one. Transmutes 3 items or talisman items of the same type into a new item of that type. Right. I wonder what this entails though. Because yes, you can just keep rolling, for example, weapons and stuff like that. I wonder what the cost will be. It does show gold down there, so maybe gold. And I do wonder what's the point of transmutation. Is it just to get a new item? Or if you transmute items together, they tend to keep the same stats? So, like, if you have a weapon with GA strength, for example, and you have another with GA crit damage, if you transmute them together, maybe there's a chance that you get both of the GAs on the same item. Because otherwise, this seems a bit weird to me. Because they just introduced a filter, but they're also introducing a reason for you to pick up every single random stuff that drops on the ground. You know? So maybe there's something more to that. We'll see. Recycling niche transforms 3 of the same unique or shams into a version of that unique. So this will just allow you to reroll the same unique. My only issue with this is that depending on how this actually works, and just going by the letters that they have here, by the words they're using, it seems like they want you to pick up a bunch of stuff and just continuously mash it together until you get what you want. The problem is we don't have the stash space for this. We totally do not have the stash space for this, and we probably don't want that to begin with. But, you know, maybe there's some other point to it. Maybe there's some good point to actually put some decent items in here instead of the average trash you get on the ground, right? Because, like, let's say this works just randomly rerolling an item again. You could just pick up a bunch of non-ancestral unique items that you drop, put them here, and hope to get an ancestral of the one you want, right? Like, if there's no resource, because right now, down here, right? You have my fat ad in the way, but anyway, there's only gold. There's only gold over here, right? There's only gold. There's nothing else, right? If there's no resource cost and all it costs is the item and some gold, okay, it depends. If the gold cost is high enough, people will not do that, right? If the gold cost is high enough. But if it's not, I don't want to be mashing together multiple items in hopes to finally get the one I want. But, you know, hopefully it's a good gold cost. Let's see, upgrade to legendary. Transmutes a rare equipment item into a random legendary of the same type. Oh, there is cost on this one at the very least. Raw primordial. Oh, did the other one have cost and I'm just blind? I'm just yapping? No, the other one only had the 3 uniques of the same type, right? Imagine you can load skills into the cube, also use items, things in your skill tree, and add items on your body. I don't think it goes that far. We'll see when it comes out. So this is just a way for you to get more legendaries. The upgrade to unique one, however, the upgrade to unique one might be really good to target unique, especially early. Like if your build really needs a unique to get going. Did they skip it? Yeah, they skipped it. Yeah, if your build really needs a unique to get going, that will be big. Okay, the thing here is that this will add crafting into the game. I do wonder what the chaotic reroll is. We also don't know what transfigure an item is. We have the classic reroll set charm, so if you get multiple of the same set, you can just roll them to get the other parts, which is nice. I'm really excited about this crafting one, because this might mean that you kind of want to pick up blue items from the ground. You will have to be able to get level 800 blue items, however. So yeah, it will depend, because if you can't get them 800, you just where the hell are you even wasting crafting materials there, you know? Nice cube? Yeah. I mean, it's called already a cube, so you know. But there's a lot more recipes that we're not seeing, right? This is only like half of the recipes, more or less. So we don't know what the other like 10 recipes are beneath this. Okay, very cool. The only thing I'm missing is that they didn't talk about an auction house in the game. Like some sort of trading new stuff. Unfortunate, but you know, that's the one thing I'm missing. That's why it's not a 10 for me. The reason it's a 9.5 and not a 10, it's because we didn't get some sort of a trading thing added to the game for the 4. That's the only reason. Yeah. I don't know. Everything else though feels quite cool. I'm a bit skeptical about the set, but from what we've seen about the Paladin and what we have seen in the sets themselves over here, I'm not too worried. What did it? Yeah. I'm not too worried here, because this does not seem that busted. Granted, the 2 set on the 3 is basically never busted. The 4th set is sometimes quite strong, but the 6th set is where the crazy power comes in, right? So we'll see. It seems like you have 2, 3, 4, and 5 sets. And then you have this space here, which is probably the unique thing. The unique set rune, which we don't know what it will do. We just know it exists based on the Oradio cube we were just looking at. Yeah, that's the only small thing I'm a bit worried about, that they put way too much power into the set. But again, considering what they... And as long as that power is not super specific to a single skill, like if it's for example, all core skills or all bleed skills or all fire skills, right? That's fine, even if it's a bit too powerful. But if it's super specific to a single skill or just 1 or 2 skills, Because, like, for example, this one talks about casting a marksman basic skill. How many skills fit that? There's 3 of them. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, marksman is quite accessible actually. See, for example, this is not too bad. You have 3 here. I don't know if rogue has some sort of conversion. For example, like you convert certain skills to others on other classes, right? For example, on barb you can convert weapon mastery skills to core skills. On is it Spiritborn that you can convert cores into basics or something like that? I don't know enough about the rogue to 100% say, but you at least have 3, so it's not super specific to one. I know, maybe you have more. I don't know. Also gives you a reason to actually use a basic on builds that are not playing with basic as their main skill. Yeah, we'll see. That's the one thing I'm a bit careful about. The erratic cube, even if some of those recipes you'll only use while leveling, that's fine, right? Even if you just use them for leveling, you know, some of those, especially upgrading to unique, based on the item you already have. So for example, let's say, I don't know, I'm playing, let's go here to the Paladin here. Let's say I'm playing Blessed Hammer, right? And I want to get Heirloom Morningstar. It's quite easy, right? I just gotta slot a unique mace there, and it's basically guaranteed, I think. Yeah, it's the only unique mace you can get. So that's very cool. Did it, let me look at that again. Upgrade to unique. So we don't really know for sure if that's what's gonna do. If we go by what it does to the legendary one, which I believe it shows. Yeah, okay. Transmutes a rare equipment into a random legendary of the same type. If... Oh no, okay. The same type might mean same slot. Which means, for example, a one-handed mace can be converted into a one-handed flay. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it's specific to the weapon type and stuff like that. Maybe. Because again, weapon type, same type, maybe. If so, this is gonna make targeting unique, especially weapon uniques, way, way easier to do. General uniques as well though, but weapon ones tend to be the ones that you only have like 1 or 2 that you can get, right? So this is gonna be really cool. Especially early on while you're leveling, assuming you can do that. Yeah, yeah. But the other stuff, the leveling recipe, yeah. I do wonder what the trigger item will be as well. Does it just reroll an item? The chaotic reroll is I don't know if it's because of the color here or if this is purple. Reference. The reroll is the same as D3. Do you think so? Because we did have the chaotic season, the chaotic items, right? So I do wonder to what degree it could be related to those. It could just be the word. The reroll set, yeah, the reroll set we had in D3, but yeah. The chaotic one is the one I'm not sure what it will do. And there's 10 more that we don't have. In D3, I believe we have like 10 recipes total, right? On this one, we have a couple from D3 and like 10 or so new ones. Maybe they came from D2? the same, but you can't have the same affix like that. For example, helmet can roll resource, but you can't roll resource on pants, for example. So that wouldn't work that well. I don't know. I got the items work. Basically, you could put different items into different slots. But that was only for uniques though. No, it's the unique, specifically uniques. It didn't change the affixes on the item, right? Like the unique still had the same stuff. You could just put the unique on a different slot. Technically, you would get stats that you normally cannot have on that slot, but that's kind of just default to uniques anyway. Uniques don't care about what stats the legendary items can roll. So it's not really related to that, but yeah. The unique itself, the whole unique, was transferred. Oh, I see what you mean. Maybe. That could be something, I guess, yeah. That could be... maybe. It could just be re-rolling the legendary power as well, I guess. And that would be the simplest thing. It would be kind of useless, I would say, but yeah, if it's re-rolling an item into another one while keeping the same affixes, that could have some uses. Yeah. That could have some uses. But yeah. No. We'll find out in 2 months and a half, maybe. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to stream this one. This is way past the time I normally stream on, so we're gonna end the stream here for now. I might be live tomorrow a bit to do at least to do the Lunar Year event. I really want to get that. It's probably just gonna be a single stream, I would imagine. The Lunar event tends to be quite quick. So there you go. Yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming. Make sure to join Discord if you want to get notified when I do go live again. And bye-bye. See ya tomorrow. Maybe not 100%. But yeah, bye-bye.